Leasing a car versus buying a car. This is one of the biggest money questions people get stuck on. Should you lease your next car or purchase it? Everyone has an opinion on this. Some say leasing is throwing money away. Others say buying is a financial trap. So what is actually true? Today, we're breaking down the real numbers, cost, flexibility, maintenance, and long-term value. Then we're gonna end with a simple rule to help you decide which one makes more sense for you. First, let's talk about cost. Let's start with talking about the monthly payment because that's where most people focus. Leasing is almost always gonna give you lower monthly payments because you're only actually paying for the portion of the car's life you're actually using. That's usually around 2 to 3 years. Now, buying is gonna cost more upfront. Payment's gonna be higher, but you're building equity in something that you actually own. So in the short term, leasing's gonna feel cheaper. But in the long term, regarding payments, buying's gonna usually win because eventually those payments will end. After a 5-year loan, you can keep driving payment-free for years. With a lease, the bill never stops coming. So the real difference is this: leasing is gonna cost less now, buying is gonna cost less later. But let's talk about flexibility. Leasing is gonna give you the ability to upgrade more often. Every few years, you're gonna get a new car and that car is gonna be under warranty. No hassles, no resale stress, but that flexibility does have limits. You don't get to customize the car and you're gonna be locked into mileage caps. That looks like usually around 10,000 to 15,000 miles per year. Go over that mileage cap and you're gonna pay fees. Often can be 25 to 50 cents per mile. Buying is quite the opposite. It's your car. You drive it as much as you want. You can modify, sell, or trade at any time. So if you like change and don't drive that much, leasing could be for you. If you rack up miles often and want full control, then you should look into buying. All right though, let's not forget maintenance and warranty. Leased cars are almost always gonna be under warranty. And that really just means no big repair bills, just basic maintenance. Now, buyers are always going to eventually take on those costs. After 4 to 5 years, you're looking at new brakes, tires, and as you'd imagine, those parts are gonna eventually start to add up. But once your car is paid off, even with that maintenance, it's still usually cheaper than a new lease payment. So look at it like leasing's gonna buy you peace of mind. Purchasing a car builds you long-term savings. Last section, let's talk about long-term value. Leasing is never gonna build you equity. When you turn that car in, you walk away with nothing. However, buying is an investment in ownership. Yes, cars do depreciate, but after a few years, you're still gonna have an asset that is worth something. And if you sell or trade, that value will come back to you. So think of it like this: leasing equals convenience, buying equals building value. So here's your quick rule of thumb when it comes to buying or leasing vehicles. If you want lower payments and drive less than 12,000 miles a year and love having new cars all the time, you should lease. If you want ownership, no mileage limits, and are interested in long-term savings, you should buy. Leasing is a short-term comfort, buying is a long-term freedom. So before you decide, ask yourself this: do I want the latest car or do I want the last payment? If it's that last payment idea, you already know your answer. Hopefully this was helpful. If you have any questions, throw them in the comments. If you enjoyed this, please subscribe and like. Until next time, see you later.